Now let's make a new class, and in this class we will cover the basic math operations. Okay, so let's rename it. Now let's say we have an integer a that is equal to 5, and integer b that is equal to 3, and two other doubles, let's say x and y. In Java we have quite a few basic math operations that we need to know. First is the plus, minus, subtract, and multiply. We also have the plus plus, the minus minus, the plus equal, minus equal, divide equal, and multiply equal. So let's go through them one by one and see what each of them does. Let's do system.out.println and let's start with a and v. Plus, minus, and for the rest we would... Okay, let's check the normal basic ones first. So adding a and b, 5 and 3 would give us 8. Subtracting 3 from 5 would give us 2. Multiplying 3 by 5 would give us 15. And dividing 5 with 3 should, in theory, give us 1 point something. So why does it show us 1 and ignores the decimal places? The reason is that these two variables are integers, and when you divide integers, Java automatically assumes that you want the result to be an integer. So the solution to that would be to cast b to double, and let's try that out. And as you can see, so you would basically have to have one of them being a double. Let's try if it works if we had just a. Okay, that works too. So what is casting? Casting basically is transferring the data type from one data type to another. Now you can't simply just cast whatever into whatever. You can't cast a string into an integer. It's not that simple. But for numbers, usually, you would easily be able to cast a double into an integer into a double. You can also cast an integer into a character, and so on, because those are just basic numerical types. So anyway, let's continue our testing with the following. So we covered these 4. Let's see what the plus plus does. A plus plus, then we print the A to see the difference. So initially A was 5. Let's comment these out. And as we can see here, when we rerun the code, a was initially 5, it became 6. Simply, what a++ means is a equal a plus 1. Now, similarly, if we did a minus minus, a would just become 5, because here we changed it from 5 to 6, then we decremented it again into 5. Now, we're done with these. Let's do the plus equal and the other 4. Now, if we just comment these out as well, just to have a cleaner output, and let's see, let's say a times equal b, and let's see the output. As you can see, it's 15. We basically multiplied them and then stored the result into a. So a different way to do that is basically to say a is equal to a times b. So the output of this side would be stored in whatever variable name is on the left side. Okay. Now we would expect the other to function in a similar way. So if we try the division one, it would also give us 1, because remember they are integers. We can do double here and run the code again. But that wouldn't work, and the reason is that a is an integer, and you can't store a double into an integer. Even if you managed to do that, it would still remove whatever is after the decimal point, and it would just act normally as if whatever is after the decimal point was never there to begin with. So let's see the plus equal. It adds them together, then stores the result in a, and the minus equal would subtract them and store the result in a, because see, we're basically just printing a, we're not printing the result directly. Okay, so I guess we're done with the basic operators.